Yo, we're back. Brendan, we had a little bit of a difficulty there starting up the show, but we are back right now. Thank you for joining us. We are just like beyond ourselves right now. The Omniverse, the Metaverse, everything is back ready to rock and roll here. Thank you for joining us once again for our 3 p.m. show. We're very, very excited to have you on board. And wow, Neil, NVIDIA today, still rocking, man. Well, now it's back
now it's pulling.
Now it's back to 303, but we were just at 314, 315. I just froze again here, so I don't know what's going to happen here. But
my goodness, NVIDIA.
Hopefully we'll be able to trade.
I mean, I tried 300 because you know I'm going to try 300 when it gets there. Wowzers, NVIDIA. I should have reversed it at 300. It gets up to 315. It was up past 17%, well over 100 billion in market cap in a single day. It's like AMD has a monster day at 5%, and NVIDIA triples that. It's crazy. So it's coming back into 300. Crazy movement all over the place. I mean, look, there's other things going. The NASDAQ's up 1%. Everyone's got to be happy with the price action today. I did just cover this, and because it's moving right now. Pets, which was a bit of a dog this morning. It was a short all morning for me. Big volume spike and a consolidation off the previous support that it had before 350. So I long that same price. That's what I was covering in the morning. Went long. I just got all out of it at 430. So we're able to bag that one, and we'll use something old school here. We'll floss it off. So I just got out of that, so I'm flat. No positions on, but man, did I try Pets. And I absolutely, day trading mom, big 5. Oh, I did not get this. And it's 37%, 39%, 41% short interest, whichever number you want to go with. Either way, it's been doing this on the daily chart. I'll make it look better than that for you guys. This on the daily chart. And today it spiked all the way up to 42. It's still up 8%, by the way. But then absolutely cratered. No halts on the way. Orderly pullback. I wasn't able to catch that one, but I was trying it NVIDIA, and it wasn't until it put in that you-know-what candle that NVIDIA turned around. Like I always say this, it's like, try not to short big cap linear movement unless you have a level. And now 300 was obviously one, but the first time it tests NVIDIA, good short, right? I actually held on to some and stopped out here. The second time it goes to a 300, don't bother. Wait for it to actually go a little bit more parabolic, and that's what happened here.
Yeah, the market is pulling back a little bit as well, so that's helping on that. Yeah, good call on Pets there. Donkey Kong, yeah, we'll look at DraftKings. We've dubbed that Donkey Kong about a year ago or so when we were all over that in the 30s, and we'll talk about that. I dumped some of that, actually the majority of mine at 62. I've never really gotten out of a position almost fully, but I did do it there. And talk about getting out of a position, well, we did just get back into a position just a couple minutes ago. I was hoping we'd still be up here on Fisker, but we got roasted early. Was it roasted? Yeah, so we got, no, wait a minute. What were we doing on Fisker today? Oh, we were thinking it was going to be a down day, right? So these are all shorts here. We were able to get out early, had to get out right there at the top as we broke 1780, which we used as yesterday's bottoms right there. As soon as we broke that, we got out of it. But then we noticed, hey, maybe we're not going to break 18, and that's when we put on like another hero short. Took that all the way down, man. I mean, good covers all the way down. You can add those up 100%. Now we get back into the same short again. Look, it came right back into this level here, and we shorted one more time and started covering in the 40s and 50s. So the Fisker position that we have on isn't one of those from the morning. It's the same spot, but a brand new reload there on Fisker. So let's go over to Brendo.
A couple other things moving around this afternoon, guys. We got some technical issues worked out here. Pets, interestingly enough, dogs is following this pets move this afternoon. Dogness International is that pet tech company. So they announced this morning they completed over 1 million in pet tech shipments in the U.S. For the first time. So a nice move here for dogs today as well. Nice glasses, Sean.
This is spreading.
Darkness. That's nice, Dan Duval, what you just said. We're cutting edge, the way kids fill stadiums. Look, I've always said, like, how about this? Neil, you've never been to Vegas? This is one, these are blue light glasses, by the way. These are Gunners right now, apparently. Apparently I'm all hip because I have them. Gunners. Brad was telling me that I was like a boss now because of these glasses. If I look ridiculous, tell me, I'll take them off. I think I do, but right here, they're actually helping.
It's all about the reflection and that you can read the charts.
That's why I'm doing it. So now you guys can see exactly everything that I'm seeing. Come back to me. What chart am I looking at right now? No, you can't see. But anyways, it's the new core chart. We'll take these off. I don't think people like them. Okay, let's go. What I want to get at here was, okay, we already talked about Fisker there. Palantir, we're still long AMC. Oh, DraftKings, that's what it was. We went long early on NBA news. We were like, yay, deal with the NBA. That was fun. But then, you know, we knew that there was going to be Penn earnings were last night. We'll talk about that in a minute. That's been a, can't say it. That's been a S show, you know, down to the downside there. I don't know if I don't think we're allowed to say any words like that. I used to say different things, but that's just been a dumpster fire. Let's use that as it. And I mean, Penn is basically the exact. Sorry, DraftKings is the exact same thing. I just want to say we are reporting tonight on DraftKings, so we'll make a couple plays there. I just don't know if it's worth trading here into the report.
Yeah, the old market on open order for my rollover shares in Penn probably would have been a better idea because, I obviously could have gotten out at like 67, 68 or hang on to it and grab like a 70. We wait till after, like we've talked about this before, like we wait till after the show was done. I would have thought that was a bad result, getting out at 65 on Penn. At the time, it seemed like, man, I should have just covered, before the market open or at the market open. Instead, Penn gets all the way down to 56. So Penn now down 20%. So what seemed like a horrible exit. Now, granted, I had 10% of my score position that was held over, and that rolled over to Penn. It wasn't a large position, but at the same time, I felt bad, and now it's like, hold my beer. Penn down 20%. So of course, DraftKings. Yeah. For DraftKings to only be down 4% going into earnings. Now I know there's a hit piece on David A. Trader there as well, contributing to this. But 20% down is about as nuts as Nvidia. I want to say 20% up. It was close enough to 20% up for me to even say that. And Nvidia's a way bigger deal. So like Nvidia, even on this pullback, like Nvidia puts this candle in, it's up 14%.
Yeah. These glasses are bussin'. Remember that from the memes and movies show?
I'm embarrassed to say I learned that word today.
Yeah, exactly. We looked it up on Urban Dictionary as well. So
I love Urban Dictionary.
It was like, yo, come to Neil's house because that cake that his mama's cooking is bussin'.
Bussin'.
That pumpkin cheesecake was bussin'.
That was bussin'.
Yeah, you remember.
That was,
Crowd remembers that pumpkin cheesecake. You want to talk about some bussin' activity, man. That was
if you weren't here for that.
If you don't know that, hey, Brad, what's up, as he walks by. Are you going to go get one of those bussin' coffees there? Okay, let's just keep on going here and talk like normal human beings for once, if we can. Someone said that I'm a style icon. Yeah, you might want to rethink that one there. I will take these off, man. Oh, and also someone said Cling Daddy. Now I haven't done any research on this, but you wear blue light glasses. Has there been a difference? Because they're saying that they're complete like fugazi.
So here's all I will say is this: I was told by a friend of mine, because I have sleep problems, right? So I was told by a friend of mine that if you wear those in the evenings before you go to bed, anytime you watch a screen like your phone, your computer, or whatnot, that you'll get better sleep. So I have noticed a marked improvement in my REM sleep. I got the Whoop, so it does register that, or at least attempts to. I've seen an improvement, but again, I've had problems in that regard, for a long time. So I'm using it because I find that it works. I don't wear them at work, but certainly in the evenings. My daughter laughs at me when I put them on. She thinks it's hilarious, but who cares? If it works, it works.
I need So this is what they are here. No sponsorship needed, but if Gunnar was watching, he can message me. Yeah, there is no. I guess I need to get some. That's a good point. I need to get the anti-glare foam or film for these glasses there as we go. But I'll take them off in a second. I just wanted to, I've been doing this job forever, and then yesterday, I think it was Neil, you might have mentioned it or I did, and it was like these lights were bothering us throughout the day, and I was like, let me see if we can do something about that. So we get these, and now that I'm staring at the screen all day, we might do. Let's take these off. Feels ridiculous. Anyways, we'll go there. I used to wear spectacles there, but then we got laser eye surgery, and now we're like, yeah, we can see everything. So now we'll do that. We got the 2010 vision off that, but I think I need to revisit those guys. That was like, you need to get your eyes like rechecked, even if you have laser eye surgery. So I'll go to the optometrist.
Always get your eyes checked.
You should always. Yeah, I don't think it's not once a year type thing, but it's.
Well, some of us have to.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. You should always look at it. Okay, let's go back over here and start talking about this ridiculousness.
Yeah.
Okay, Nvidia right now. I mean, the game.
Well, that's really coming back.
Yeah, this is really starting to come back now. So again, part of these moves, man. Like when we were sitting here, we started the show, and we actually were just talking with. You guys don't know Mark, but we were just talking with Mark here on the show, and it was like, these names just go up, and then when you sell them, you feel foolish because it's like, oh, I sold Nvidia at 300 because, hey, why not? If you look at the move that Nvidia's done on the last little bit, bang, why not sell it at 300? We were just at $2 like literally. This is October. Okay, let's just call it like it is down here. Let's take this bottom right here. October 5th. Look down. November 4th. So you've made 200 to 300, right? 50% increase in a month. So that's a good move there. Thank you to Mark Zuckerberg for basically all of these moves, man. I mean, look, everybody knew about metaverse. It's what, 50 years old, or more than that in science fiction land. But he brought it to the forefront, and now all of a sudden everybody's upgrading this and that. He had AMD, and I sold some AMD. I was telling these guys, I sold some at 135.50 or 134.50, something like that today. I sold some Ford yesterday, and all these names just continue to go to the upside. So hey, man, don't get too carried away with some of your positions. You do need to take out profit. You never get rich holding on to things forever. Well, I mean, that guy that put in, what was it, 8,000 turned into 5.7 billion Shiba Inu, as if that was real. But at some point, you got to cash out, right? So cash out of a little bit. I'm still holding a very, very large percentage of my AMD, but I have gotten out of about 20% in the last week or so.
Yeah, we call shenanigans on that one. That was the billionaire on Shiba. I don't think so, because no one's going to let it run that far. It just seems a little bit crazy. NVIDIA, I just tried to get a retake through 300 and missed. So I was kind of looking at it. Didn't get to VWAP there, but there was that 300 battle. It dipped down below, but tried to punch in. Wasn't necessarily aggressive enough. That's why I ended up missing the position. There is some stocks moving here. Pets still holding near those highs. But look, to me, once it spiked to that lower high, and ignore these wicks, your lower high was truly right here at about 450 at 9 o'clock. Throw that out, throw some of these other prices out the window. This is your lower high, 450, goes right to that, rejects it. That's why I'm going to be getting out in front of it. It's holding pretty nicely here at 4 even, let alone this dip price here at 380, each of which could be interesting to say the least. Obviously Cassava Sciences, stick around. Your trade of the day is Cassava Sciences, and it's not doing a heck of a lot. So it was a monster. It was halted all morning long. It opened up. It was a monster move. Stalled at 100 even. Sometimes the top is easy to pick, but not easy to get into when you're hunting for a short. Not really doing much. It's holding up nicely. You think obvious 75 support, and we talked a little bit about that in the morning, why that 75 came from. I know entries like this look random in a candle, but 75 was a bit of a thing where it checked up there for a few seconds of consolidation, which you can't see on a minute chart. And then right here, 75 is held as support. So maybe file that one away for you guys on Cassava Sciences. But wow, I mean, I can't keep my eyes off of this NVIDIA, because you don't really see moves like this very often. Oh, wait a minute, except when Tesla is doing this every other day. Brendan?
Activist investor Mantle Ridge making moves around Dollar Tree, apparently. Big move here for DLTR to the downside this afternoon, 104, 105 coming into play, which is key on the daily chart. But this thing was actually up nicely today and then just got absolutely smoked on that. Dollar Tree, guys.
Brendo, RDBX. We may have come up with that, but that is now halted on crazy amounts of volume. I don't even know what this is. We'll find out about what it is, though. Oh, it's Redbox. Okay, yeah, I remember Redbox.
Oh, I remember.
Entertainment. So maybe they're getting involved with something. You could trade how do we trade warrants? Is it slash W?
There's the warrants on it.
Is it W?
It's just W.
Oh, it's just W. Okay, I put the slash in there. So let's go back in here and just go W right now. Yeah, so these are still open. The warrants still open right now on a big move up to 285, 295 right here. We'll go to Brendan right now.
Yeah, we were trading this back on Monday. You remember, guys, on the 1st, they announced this deal, content deal with Fremantle. Again, that was November 1st. But yeah, volatility pause up there for this one. We'll keep checking.
Yeah, why not? Let me double check to make sure we actually have locates on this.
301. Just looking at NVIDIA here, I think we should take a long off this pullback, 301 or so, to try to go long through NVIDIA. Yeah, 301 and change. And then we could give it, we could give this back to 298, some of those bottoms. So I think that if NVIDIA wants to do that, we can try 301 long. It just did pull back real nice right there. But I think that, how much we have to cross up is really the question here. But we'll try it going long 301 if NVIDIA does break. We put in our stop order right now and see if it can go through this, and then we'll get long. I don't know. We just crossed up 20, 30 pennies, so we'll see if it can go. The spread right now looks fine. Looks 15 cents. So we'll break over there. We'll get long back into NVIDIA. Just looking here, we see there it is. So it just touches 301 again and doesn't go. So we've come up to that spot a couple times, bounced to the downside. To me, this is $3 worth of risk. Obviously, the bottom there is 298. The top here is 301. If we're lucky enough to get 301 and then it goes up, the same $3 gets us to 304. So that's very easy to do on this name, obviously. So I think it's well worth the risk. It looks like it's probably overdone to the upside. When a stock is up 13% and it's a large cap stock, that's probably too much. But at the same time, man, price action, rules everything around me.
Yep.
you know, so I could go with some Wu-Tang right now. We're not going to do that because I'm not going to do it. Okay, so I can't stop thinking about cash rules everything around me. There you go, I said it. All right, so let's go here. 301, yeah, get that money. Okay, so now we're long right now, 301 and change. There's the tick. We're long. Let's put an offer at 304. Take out, I don't know, some of it, and then we'll wait to see if we get that monster move to the upside. But right now, 301 long on NVIDIA. We've stamped it. We'll see if we can get the bulls kicking one more time here on NVIDIA.
So I'm looking at those warrants, and I don't love the trade of the spread there. It's not really going crazy. But RDBX halts essentially at your Monday high. So there's your Monday high. You have a couple of levels above here. I'm talking probably more specifically 16 and a quarter, and then maybe up closer to 20 even. So if it goes to the upside, that 16 and a quarter is going to be there in a hurry. It's really like $1 from where we are right now. So it's entirely possible you get it open. It looks like it halted. There's a printer at 15.25,
Look at
but
NVIDIA.
like 14.50 here. So let's see. If it opens up above 16, I think that's a bit crazy. But if it opens at 15 even and fails 16,
Bang.
that could be a nice little short for you guys. Should be open in about 20 seconds.
Wow. Good move. There goes NVIDIA, man. I couldn't help myself but to take a piece out there as we just cracked 303. So, I mean, if I can get, again, $2, honestly, in just a couple minutes. Look, whether or not you're using 5 shares, 10 shares, 100 shares, 1,000 shares, you know, sometimes you got to take some kind of profit when that kind of move happens right there, honestly. In just a couple of seconds, man, we'll take that. And we just punched along, man. And then we got out, yeah, I got it. And we just got out there at 303, basically flat. So, good trade there. Long 301. Out 303. We're printing that cash. What up, B?
This just out, guys, just before we came on there at 3 o'clock from Seeking Alpha. Their November pick, or this is one of the blogs that is published on Seeking Alpha. Their November pick, Redbox Entertainment, $50 price target, according to this article. Again, $258 there just before we came on.
Yeah,
$50.
It just opened up 15.34. Looks like testing that 16 and a quarter mark.
Right.
Not seeing anything standing in the way. But going to sit it out to like $20 if it goes. At the same time, Pets just came up here and made a bit of. Oops! I literally typed Pets instead of the Z. Pets just made a break at that 450, but not much follow through. It goes up to that 60 level, and then 2 or 3 times. Zoom in here, guys. 2 or 3 times it would get up, and an offer would just sort of jump in and slam it back down to 50. So I trimmed the position by half. If it can consolidate, I think there's maybe an add in the 35 to 40 range. But for now, it looks a little bit like a failed break. So as good as the first consolidation was, I didn't get the second or third. This is a breakthrough trade. And a breakout, I don't want to give as much room. Got to make sure I bank some profit when you're long at these highs. And then if I just go back over to our red box, you know, it's now rejected. So it's rejected a break of that 16.25, but it's kind of in no man's land, right? So it's not respecting the levels that I like. If it can bounce off the whole price, certainly it has a second run in it, and then we can start thinking about that 20 level. But Redbox, I personally think you might want to trade the actual stock over the warrants, which, at least for now, it looks pretty sketchy on those, but, you know, to each their own.
Yeah, to each their own, yeah. Yeah, wow. I can't believe what's going on here today in a lot of these names. And we also have Ford back on watch right now as well as Ford. Yeah. Wow, man. We've got this in the building today. Ford up 3.5%. This is the highest Ford's been, guys, since 2001. So if you've waited 21 years, no, what year is it? 20 years right now for Ford. Congratulations, you're back to flat. But we are just up huge on this name. My first buy was $6. No word of a lie right here on the show. I mean, that's why I say this kind of stuff. We can easily fact check right there, 6.6. We bought some more at 7.89. And then we just, our most recent buy was this bid right there. Once we broke through, we let it base out right here. And this is what we do all the time, man. We let things base out and then we buy them, right? Base out here on Ford. We like the name. We know it's all going to be all about EV space. You go back. How good is that 13 level? Well, it's amazing. It was actually 1250. And then we waited for that break right there. At that time, it was 1330. So my long is literally like 1331 or something in there right now on Ford. And it just continues to make moves, man. We've been doing that all day here on Ford. Oh, one name that we've sort of been on today, but we haven't traded it much, and that is Palantir. So that's the daily chart. Really happy with it. Not happy with that tick. We talked about that. We gave that ghost up, which sucks because we got back in, and then it just started to rip to the high side, and we've still got this exact same trade on as if, it should have been reloaded here at 26, which was embarrassing that we didn't do it. But you might have heard on the Memes and Movers show filming. We're doing lots of stuff here, trying to do as much as we can for you guys. guys. And then right there, we bounced off view up one more time. So I'm going to hold on to Palantir. I see if we see get the high of the day coming through on that one. But there goes red blocks. Like RDBX. I keep thinking about Roblox. What is Roblox doing today? Actually, talking about metaverse. Oh, this was down to $76. Just was it yesterday? Because you're up 4% today. Yeah, $78. Sorry, my bad. Yesterday. Now you're bussing up here one more time.
Is it bussin'?
Yeah, it's busted. Well, because you could say like Roblox is busted. Right? Today up 3 and a bit percent. So we're just chilling out right now. I almost think that I want to buy this thing on an 84 break. If this wants to go, it'll go. We'll be able to do that. So I think we can wait for that right now. That this stock kind of chilling. It could retest some of the bottoms. I have to find out. Maybe we could find out when Roblox earnings is, because I think that should be super important. Oh, that's what I want to talk about before. Another trade for me that's just bussin' right now. UiPath. We got out of some AMD and some Ford the other day. We talked about this. We actually tweeted this out, and we got into UiPath. I've been talking about this name probably for a couple months. We were looking at it here, and then it broke down. And I remember we talked about it on earnings. This was an earnings day, and then it just came all the way down. And guess who's still buying this? Aunt Kathy. So I was like, you know what? The minute we're here, we took this out, this 50 period. We actually got it right on this break right here. So we're long 52.75 or something. And we did tweet out that we rotated out of some Ford and into some Path the other day. So, it looks like it's going to be a good call. We'll see if this goes up. UiPath got news today and spiked up. So that's why it's up there. Nice news. They got some sort of a designation. Brendan may have this, and then we'll come back to Neil. I've been talking way too long.
Yeah, that red box. Wow, I almost said Roblox. So it fails through that halt price. It breaks its 15.25 and a quarter. I get 15s in. I get out 14.65. Looking for a bit of a reload. See if it can retake.
Oh my God,
reclaim this
Ricky
15.
Vaughn?
If this comes down even further, watch out for like this area here, right around 14. Brendo's got that.
I was just trying to pull up this website real quick here, guys. I'll show you EY.com. This is the company. If we could show this, there we go. So EY, this is the company, new deal with UiPath. So that was the announcement here. EY announcing a new deal with UiPath on some global initiatives. Wanted to mention this one real quick as well. Pet V. It's a pet kind of afternoon, guys. So there's Pet Z, there's Dog Z, and now Pet V catching a bit as well on volume.
Ridiculous.
I'll punch somebody out in a couple of seconds because I'm going to look and find out what's going on with BarkBox, because that's the one that I have. Yeah, Bark is down 1%. Like, come on, BarkBox, get going.
They need to put a pets in their name. That's the problem.
The thing is, someone said, shout out to Chris in Vancouver, that I look like Ricky Vaughn.
Give me Vaughn.
Yeah, Wild Thing.
I want Parkman.
You make my heart sing.
I watched that movie before the start of actual baseball season. I watched that movie every single time. Classic.
I'm coming out of the bullpen right here, and what are we doing? We're coming out of the bullpen, and we dropping dimes as if we're playing basketball. Because a big play today, and we'll hit this. Do it again.
Money.
We sit here. We open the show with NVIDIA. We got on the jams. We got on the Gunners right here. I can't keep putting them off and on because it's like such a dramatic difference. But we got these on right now. They're not really meant for the show. I don't think I'll really wear them. I was going to just wear them, off the show because we still sit here and stare at screens all day. There it goes, man. Wild Thing is in the building right now. 305 you could have just took there. So that's another $4 winner there for NVIDIA. We're still in it. I'm going to give this one some work. We're at the highest spot we've been at all day. This is my best day of the week. And you know what? Why, Neil? Because of Sava. And this
Sava's everything.
Sava's everything. Well, for me, it's about half of my net today. So Sava's about half of my net today, a little bit less than that. But you could see right here, $86 right there. I actually had an order out that I got. I don't know if you can see this here. Neil did great on this, holding for 99 or whatever you got, 90, whatever it was. But there's two outs there that I wish I didn't have. I actually made an error. I took out both there at 85. I put one at 85 and one at 86 because I chased it down when it was coming down here because I didn't get the ultimate top, and then I left the order in there, and then bang, right up there the upside. We were trying to hold out for 94, 95, but Sava again, beautiful print there off the open. It was halted early, came out, was good news. Bang. We were not able to get any there. It halted, right? And then it came out, halted for the first time because this was at open, halted again, and that caused some crazy action up to 100, and now you're back down to 85.
Actually 82, believe it or not.
Or,
and actually,
sorry,
and
82,
falling
yeah.
a little bit. I just watched this sort of barcoding there. I keep wanting to say Roblox. This is,
I know, I've screwed that up for everybody.
okay, it's Redbox. So pops back up to that whole price, rejects the lower high at 16 even, able to gash some at 15.50, cover some at 15 even, going to go back to some at VWAP on that bid. So going absolutely crazy the stock. I think if it gets above 16, I'm going to throw a stop here. I don't know if it's a reversal at that price. Definitely worth a cover. And just because that 20's out there on the higher time frame we looked, it might be worth a break at the high of the day. Because if it can hold VWAP, if it can hold this area here, it can be worth a bit of a run. There's still 35 minutes left in the day. There's plenty of time here. And what I was saying about Sava, like, you know, you were saying that through 85, it's like, well, look at this level. Like a couple of times it's tried to burst through 82 even. If you come back a little further, 75 is your real support, but you have 82 and 80. This starts to break back down. Hey, you could see that 75, so file that one away for you guys if you're paying attention. One from earlier this morning, because I mean, a small part of what happened. Oh, look at that wick. A small part of what happened to the chip space was Qualcomm's initial beat, but it couldn't hold up. So guess what's still in play? That 160 break on Qualcomm is still going to be in play. It got up to here, couldn't go through. That takes you to their high of the day. So looks like we have something to look for in Qualcomm possibly today, maybe even tomorrow. That whole like 3-day rule. Although I guess that leads you to Monday as well.
Amusing. I should have a fishing rod and a PBR. Well, remember I was telling you last week that part of the social committee, right now currently 2 members, Maggie and myself, we organized the Halloween party, and I did go to our local LCBO and picked up some PBR, Pabst Blue Ribbon. Now I do need my hunting rifle and a fishing rod, and I would look more appropriate. But thank you for the love on the glasses. I think I should take them off. Maybe I'll do a poll today on Twitter about that. Okay, DraftKings. Let's just go over that because they're going to be reporting. I had thought here, if we look at a daily chart, I mean, this is what we like to do here on the show. My target for NVIDIA, I don't really have one, so let's wait to see. I'll go over that in a minute. I can't believe like I'm doing this while I'm holding NVIDIA, which is going crazy right now. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, off that Penn news today, I mean, we talked about how, you know, Dave Portnoy, and we don't want to talk too much about him because I didn't even really realize this, but, you know, in a little bit of trouble, and we don't like to discuss that side of it. But so I think that Penn's getting hit a little bit because of that, obviously, with the connection to Barstool. But DraftKings getting hit today too, man. I mean, you thought yesterday with the tapering talk and everything that Mr. Jerome talked about, Jerome Powell, that, you know, some of these stocks that really don't make any money, that are very, very high growth stocks, had an all clear for today. And you know, I'm really disappointed what DraftKings is doing here. And I can't really sit here and say I'm excited for their report tonight. I'm not. I am still a shareholder, but we did get out here on failed tops. I mean, we tried to get up to here 72. This is where we got out. As soon as we broke down below into this area, we got out. It was 62 and change, somewhere in here. We got out, and we've tried to reload. We haven't tried. We've been looking to reload, you know, in here somewhere. As here comes NVIDIA coming down. We took out 2/3 of it already, so it will be profitable if it does spank in to that 298 area. Yeah, spanky. It's busting to the wrong side now. But down here is 41, 42. This is sort of where I'm expecting DraftKings to lie. And if we get down here tomorrow and then it starts to move up on earnings, then we'll buy it. But I mean, I think DraftKings definitely test some of these lows. I'm not sure what they're going to say. I know they're trying to get into the NFT game, or they're in it already. They have some Gretzky stuff. So we'll see if there's a new business model out to help protect DraftKings. But for right now, it's falling down to the downside. So I can't really say I'm excited for that report.
A strong one today that I don't think either of us maybe had a trade in Etsy today, but what an unbelievable run they've been on. It is holding highs like an absolute gangster. Like, it's just up here at the 275. I mean, the market's very strong as well, but this is something that's in the midst of a breakout. And when you have something like this, when it starts to continue, you gotta start thinking about, like, where could this end up, like these 300s, like whatever it might be. But you know, if Etsy sets up tomorrow, you know, can actually, first thing first, you want it to close above VWAP. You want it to close above that 270 without the market rolling over. And then if you get any chance at a breakout at this price, like that 283, you want to foul that one away for yesterday. This red box is kind of slowing down on me, so it looks like it might actually catch a bit of a bid. And this is one of those, usually, there we go. Usually, I would always be waiting for it to break 16 here. But if it comes down at 15 and I see a reserve buyer again, because a couple of times it's hard to see here on the 1 minute chart, but if I do this for you, every time it bounces in here, the buyer just sort of holds it up. And if that happens a couple more times, I might just consider covering more right at 15 to 15.10, or and then think about like a 1560 or 1550 break instead of 16 even, and get out in front of this thing. But one more test is probably what it takes for me. Otherwise, I'm going to keep the same stop as before. The actual pets, the one that I think is worth trading. So I do get out flat when that last breakout does not hold. Now I'm looking for this $4 area here. So you had this consolidation break, you had this pullback dip. So I'm looking for 4 even to now hold on pets. The trend is still pretty solid to that upside. It's kind of like a secondary play here. And this was also right around resistance at the open that we were taking advantage of. So a lot of reasons to think it could have a bit of a bounce here. Kind of feeling like with the market this strong, not hunting for as many tops as I would normally be doing. It's weird.
Yeah, so we're back to this 298 right now. Good out there. We've obviously fallen back in. This is just a 1 minute candle. I don't think we went back up to 302.50 there, did we? Just the second? I don't think so. I think that's a bad candle there. So I think we should take one more shot on NVIDIA right now as it's back dropped into this area. So look, we never want to lose on this name, but if we have to, we will, obviously. And there we go. So now we're back into that spot one more time. A good spot here now, 299 and change. So this gives us a lot of cover, man, back down to 298. Like, now if we lose, I can lose $1.50 on this. Obviously, buying back in may have not been a good idea. So we'll see about getting some out now at 302 and then holding for that one dream to the up. I mean, here it comes right now. I mean, are we living a freaking dream right now? Right back up to the upside, man. We just bought those at 99 and change. Now we're up to 30. I mean, let's just get some out if we can. Up here now near 301. What a good buy that might have been. Let's see if we can get it out first. Nothing's good until you get it out. So if it comes up to the upside, we'll get out right here at 301. Here, come on, just a little bit of a push there. We just went long, guys. Like, what was that price? Let me check my order. 299.50. So we just took 299.50s there, and now it's instantly in the money. It's in the money at $1.20. Let's go. We're just sitting here. Why don't you break? Break yourself, fool. Let's go to the upside right now if NVIDIA can go. That'd be nice. Oh, we did. We got it.
Not even Friday.
We got it. Break yourself right there. So sometimes all you have to do is like threaten the stock and it will go up there. We just got 391. So we just took right there, right in front of your face, guys. We got a 299.50 out 380. I can talk my exact price. Was it 83s? Yeah, 83. So another $1.30. Put it on the board. And yes, glasses or no glasses, I can see clearly now. NVIDIA's gone because we're starting to rock and roll now. Let's just keep this party going.
Yeah, so just like I said I was going to do on RDBX, Red Box, that 15 level holds one more time. So test it one more time in. It bounces off that I get 15, 10 out, and now I've tightened the stop up and think it could be a bit of a breakout here. I did pick up that pet, so I'll give it to 4 even. I'll reload one time if it bounces off of 4. Otherwise, we'll say Sayonara if 4 is gone on that name. Oh, we didn't talk about Quamscape. Whoops, QS is on the New York Neil every single time. You know it is, buddy. You know it is. Quamscape. And by the way, Lucas, all over the poll, because you can do, and thank you very much. I think it was, I want to see who it was that said we should be doing polls on YouTube. I can't find the name there, but thank you anyways. You can vote on it, can't you? I want to see if I can try right now.
I just tried to vote and it said it didn't work.
It worked for me?
It worked for you.
Hold on a second, I can show you guys. So I just voted, and it goes. 66% said on, I said on.
You said on, okay.
I said on.
All right, I tried to vote, it didn't work for me, but I don't know why. Maybe I'm logged into the wrong. No, I'm logged in as myself, so I don't know. We'll find that out, but there it is.
Thank you.
NVIDIA, yeah, I mean, the only trade that we really are worried about right now. Oh, we do have this too, and apparently, I mean, I keep saying this every show, so let's do chicken dinner winner for the kind of day it's been. I'm not sure what's for dinner today. I'll ask the wife here, and she'll tell me right now. She's just killing dinner. We had a nice, beautiful chicken casserole the other day. It was very, very, she was nervous about it, but it turned out okay. So here goes AMC, let's go. If we can get on this AMC little jet plane there. Whenever you're holding diamonds bigger than your head, it's always a good thing. But there you go, so we're still holding this long. We did take it out right now, but hopefully AMC can get a bus into the upside right now. And $40, 40.50, a nice little target here for AMC. We talked about it. It's on our sticky note. Where the heck is it? It's somewhere around here now. Oh yeah, here it is from today. We talked about defending 39 and change on AMC. It's coming through right now. So a good trade there for AMC, guys.
Yeah, looking now at my goal is going to be $14 on RDBX. Now, obviously, I took some out there at 15.10 because I thought that 15 could hold. So I could have held for more and had a bigger winner, but I'm going to stick to my rules, right? So So now we can think about this 14 even, and only because on the way up it checked up. It was 13, 13 break, checked up at 14, 14 break, halt just above 15. So on the way back down, some out in front of 15, play that level, 14 even. Keep it simple, stupid, is what somebody told me back in the day, and it's the same thing with this Pets. The first move was the best one off of 340, so the breakout wasn't that great. Trying to buy this consolidation, I'll give it to 4 even, but I'm not going to throw away what we made with the original long, and that's the best one. If you don't have this breakdown here, $3, it's his first consolidation or that first breakout that you want to dig into. So sort of catching it on the way down, I don't think is as appealing of a trade. We're going to hang on to our RDBX here, and there is another one that I wanted to come back to because remember Aunt Kathy was buying and then selling and then I don't know. I guess actually just selling. Zillow. Well, Zillow's up 3% today, but it is trending. So it tried to break 70 even. Is trending back below. But here's the thing: you get the wipeout bottom. She sold her 3 million, or was it 3 million shares? 3.9 million shares, whatever it was.
3.7 something.
And it's still holding the 67 bottom. So you get a capitulation bottom, and if you consolidate off this low, a chance to retest and bounce off that low, and you might have yourself a little rubber band action for Zillow. So one to watch for tomorrow, even if it seems boring now. The upside, if this ever caught a bid, is obviously pretty good, especially for a day trader. Brendo?
Just seeing a pop in Delta here, guys. They're just updating some numbers on bookings. So in the 6 weeks since U.S. reopening was announced, 450% increase in international point of sale bookings versus the 6 week before the announcement, which, I mean, take that for a grain of salt, obviously. But nice little move here for DAL late in the day.
So just to tell Lucas and Rob, apparently it was the Zoom PC, I guess. Maybe you guys already know that, so I just got that note from Mr. Juan. Okay, so there goes NVIDIA, man. We took the glasses off so we could see the stop order, and we got out. So there's breaking 298, but man, this was a great trade for us. I mean, our last in, we already got out of this trade, right? So forget about that. Our last in was right here, 299.50. We get it out at 297.95. So we do lose a little bit there, but we make the same, we make more on this. It's a good stock for us. We add that to our, our repertoire here today, and
Could you not read with those? Is that why you took them off?
No, I could read with them.
Or you're just saying to see the stop order? I was like,
yeah, I was just saying because I could see clearly now when we were trading before. But yeah, I can't see the poll. I don't know how many votes we have. But what I do know is someone said that the vote.
Why can't you see it?
I don't know. I tried to. Where is it? Where is the poll?
It shows it. So at the top for me, if you show my screen, like when I pull it up, it's at the top, and I can just do this, right? So it's 399 votes,
I wasn't allowed
68% on, and 32% off. So it looks pretty solid that we're going to be on.
I asked Ms. V to put it up. I wonder. I'll ask her. Maybe there was some sort of a restriction or something.
I almost want to call it. I think the yeses have got this one. I think.
Yeah. Okay.
In the bag.
I just want to know, why did someone put in there
Which
that
means
there's more votes? I'm just coming up with these things. How could we have more votes than likes at this point, guys? 368 likes. I really feel that there's over 2,500 people watching. Are we doing something
because
wrong?
you didn't put them on and listen to the poll?
Well, yeah, I would listen to the poll. The poll's not over yet, so we have to wait to see there. But it just showed up on. I don't know.
Is there a time limit for? How does it work?
On.
Does it just stay on?
Your vote didn't go through. Look. On. Your vote didn't go through. I'm logged in as myself.
I think your computer's cursed, man.
Anyways, yeah,
you have a ghost on that computer.
Okay, let's just go on and whatever. You guys are doing it, which is all that matters. That's what it's all about. Okay, so AMD, NVIDIA, both coming off a little bit here. I think we could probably look at those. Microsoft, new all-time highs at 336. Holy crap. That stock is going off right now. My largest holding by far now, Google, as that is just taken off. And that's something that I am never, ever, I've already said this. I don't know how many more evers I need to say, emptying out of my Google shares because my cost base is so super low on these, and it's just been such a nice runner to the upside as we take out new all-time highs again on Google today. So what a great run that was. It's never even, and this is a 50 period moving average, and you could see here in this whole run up, man, we basically didn't spend any time under, except for the last couple weeks. We spent under the 50 period moving average. You're not going to find many stock that looks like this, where you're going straight to the upside, just loving the 50 period moving average and not even coming close. We came close back here in September of 2020. Obviously, I mean, let's forget about March. But if you look back here, we touch it a little bit there in September, and then since then, straight to the upside. We love us some Google, but we got to find some more to trade.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just getting my charts back up because I think the ghost is now in my PC.
Oh, there we go. So you got it over there. Okay.
Mine's easily, but you just crashed. Sorry.
I could take this. That's no problem. Okay, so anything else you guys want to look at? What about DWAC? What is this stock doing? We haven't talked about this stock in a week. No wonder, 59, but still 5.5 million shares. So once this daily chart loads up here, we can have a little bit more of a look on this. So very nice hold here. This is the one thing I can say about this stock. 55 bucks has held on DWAC here, so Digital World. Maybe there is something there. You get a little bit more news. You know, when are they going to launch? Things like that. This thing could go off. So I think if you're going to be long this name, I don't expect any crazy moves again. This was day 1 or day 2. So I think you can go long now and then hold out for a 50 break. I think the risk reward profile makes a lot of sense on this one. What's up, B?
All right, guys, thanks so much. Yeah, we're happy to have Trip Therapeutics back with us on the show once again this afternoon. The pharmaceutical company who is focused on developing psilocybin-based compounds for diseases and unmet medical problems in the mental health space. CEO and Chairman Greg McKee back on the show once again. Great to see you, Greg. So great to have you back on the show. Tell us about the latest developments here for Trip. 2, not 1, but 2 new investigational drug filings for the company.
Yes, well, thanks so much for having me back on the show. Really appreciate it. Two big developments for us as we've been getting ready to initiate our clinical trial. So as you mentioned, we just filed our second investigational new drug application, or IND is called in the space, for fibromyalgia through our partnership with the University of Michigan. The first was with the University of Florida, with Jennifer Miller's lab, which we filed last month, and we're just navigating through the last little steps with the Food and Drug Administration. And both those studies, we anticipate being in a position to start dosing patients here just right around the corner. So pretty excited about those developments at the company.
So 2 new filings. In addition to that, we have 2 new phase 2 studies to talk about as well. Tell us a little bit about these studies and where we are at. What stage is the company at?
Yeah, that's right. So we've got a total of 4 phase 2A clinical trials that we anticipate having teed up here shortly. The first 2 INDs are already been filed, as I mentioned. They're both open label trials. One's in the eating disorder space. The other one is in fibromyalgia. We're working with Dr. Dan Claw at the University of Michigan, who is the leading expert in fibromyalgia, which we're really excited about. And then we've got 2 additions. So that phase 2A study with Florida is an open label 10-patient study, so relatively modest in terms of numbers of patients. But the exciting news is that we're going to likely have a readout from that trial at some point in the early part of 2022, so just right around the corner in the first or second quarter of next year, which we're really excited about. And then we've got the second trial in fibromyalgia. We've got 2 other clinical studies that are teed up with 2 additional academic collaborators, both of whom are based here in California. They're both part of the UC, University of California academic system, and 2 other chronic pain indications, including complex regional pain syndrome and phantom limb pain. So we're pretty excited because, compared to other companies in the psychedelic drug development space, we're going to have these 4 phase 2A clinical trials, which puts us in pretty rarefied air, on top of the fact that we're working in some therapeutic areas with patients that really not a lot of other companies are looking at this time.
And important data to come from these studies, obviously. We look forward to another update in the future when we do get some more data points from these. Let's talk about another development here, Greg, for the company, and that is a brand new website, totally revamped website, including more educational content in this space. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so of course, like getting the word out about what we're doing is obviously critical. We love this new website for 2 basic reasons. One, it just tells the story so much better than before. Honestly, being able to work off the website, being able to work off our new deck now is just such a privilege. It really gives our perspective, looking at everything from a patient's angle, right, and trying to solve these unmet medical needs. The website does a great job of that storytelling. And then, as you mentioned, there are a number of fantastic assets. So for those that really want to dive into the data, there's lots of data there. There's videos from people like Kevin Banke, who's our principal investigator in the fibromyalgia study. There's a lot of literature there, though, for those that want to go and dive deep into the publications. And we have a lot of other information, as well, that's readily accessible right there, at your fingertips on the keyboard at our website. So really happy about that additional development as well.
Triptherapeutics.com, guys, if anyone's looking for more information. TRYP therapeutics.com if you want to check out their website. The company also very, very close to dosing its first patient in these trials that we were talking about. What is to come? Greg, tell us what to expect as far as TRIP is concerned as we head into not only Q4, but next year as well.
Yes, yeah. So the exciting thing about having 4 phase 2A clinical studies, as well as working on a novel formulation and a novel route of administration for kind of our secret sauce, as we call it, is that's going to generate lots of both short and medium term news flow. So each one of these clinical trials will have announcements about filing INDs, like we were talking about today. We'll be dosing our first patients, as you already mentioned, just right around the corner. And then we'll have these data readouts that will be happening over the next few quarters or so, as well as being in a position to disclose the specifics around our unique approach to using psilocybin. So pretty excited about what the news flow means and what that could mean for investors in our shares. We think it's a great time to get involved in the story right now.
TRYP is the ticker symbol here listed on the CSE in Toronto. You can also check them out in the US, TRYPF on the OTC markets. Greg McKee, Chairman and CEO of TRIP Therapeutics. Always a pleasure, Greg. We look forward to another update.
Yeah, look forward to coming back again. Thank you.
Thanks so much, guys. TRIP Therapeutics.
Interesting space, man. I mean, we had some funny guys on the chat. They want to be involved in the study. So,
yeah,
I don't know if that's going to be possible or not. But there we go. We're a little bit. I mean, I know this is not the right thing, but there it is, all a little bit psychedelic there. And I think it's a great opportunity for everybody. But we had the chart up, a good opportunity to buy that as well. So if you believe in it, great job, Brendan, and glad to have Greg back on.
100%. Although I wish I believed in that. RDBX, I almost said Roblox again.
Oh, man.
Red box long. I did a reverse into the long position there, tighter stop at the 15, reverse into the long. Got some out for about 20 cents and then took the rest out flat. It then makes a push to that high of the day, so you could have got 50s or 60s. Still looking for that 16 random price here, 1677 breakout. So obviously this stock has room to run. I said on the daily chart to about, it's like $20 even. I'm not saying it's going to go to that price, but with less than 15 minutes to go, it either makes the break really, really soon, or I'm going to have to, put the kaputs on that. I don't usually take breakout to the high in the final 10 minutes, get a little bit more picky about it. But yeah, it's starting to make a big time power move. Going to take out this high here. I'll take a shot at it. Obviously, I could have just held the other long that I had, but you can't cry over spilt milk. Move on to the next trade.
Yeah, let's see. You know what we didn't? So we did talk a little bit about Sava there earlier. We were talking about it being at 82, and I mentioned 85, but guess what? We're back up to 85 right now. This 82 was a very, very key level, and I think this is something that we could watch tomorrow. We only have 15 minutes left, but this little level right here, man, I mean, we bounced off 82 here, gave it a move to the upside, broke it, and only went down to 80, right? So I think that this could be something to look at here, and I just wish I would have spent a little bit more time on that.
Oh, it's going to halt. I don't want gotta get out.
Oh, Neil's on Redbox. It just halted again?
So Redbox went into a fake halt there. Like it was in that halt state where if it holds for 15 seconds, it's 1787. I looked over my clock. It was 347. I'm like, I don't like being in halt at that point. I'll just take the profit. So look, I reversed at 16. I could have held that 16 long, and that would have been much better. We take the break at the high of the day. Scalps them out when 17 at a huge order, and then get the rest out for a clean dollar. So RDBX, which red box. Look, if it's going to move like this, I got to get the company name right at least once or twice. It does not halt, so it psyched me out. Now it's 218. I can say that $20 is a bit of a top, but it's getting late in the day for shorting one of these things. So as much as I paid for the shorts, they better get to 20 in a hurry for me to even think about a reversal. Big time mover. This market has been absolutely you-know-what today, and the NASDAQ 1.2%, the ES is only 0.3. The NASDAQ for the win, obviously, I mean, NVIDIA, AMD, like, of course it's the NASDAQ for the win. It's probably not saying much.
Yeah, I created a little portfolio here on CoinGecko. I don't know if you guys probably can't see this, but these are a lot of the names that I'm in right now. Polygon down a little bit to 191. I did want to highlight, you might not be able to see this. I'll fix this tomorrow. But Shiba Inu did have a nice little drop down today, you can see. Still down that 19% right now, down over 37% on the week. So they did have a nice move up. You can see Solana here, big time mover. I mean, I'm in that name as well. And that's a big time mover, Bitcoin and Ethereum on the week. still 13% up and 4% respectively. So, the coins are still moving around. I have Cardano on there up 3% this week. Come on, Cardano, wake up, and let's get going on that one. Okay, Fisker, we're about to get stopped out on this, but it doesn't matter. We've already taken out the majority. Well, maybe we're not going to get stopped out. It has to come all the way up here. So we'll wait to see what the imbalance is. I still can't believe Fisker's not as bad as I thought it would be today, only down that 2%. We talked about that early on the show. And right now we can get out for flat. We've actually made some bank on this. We were short again here and out. We were short early and got hit there, but now we're covering it back upside. So Fisker right now, decent opportunity here to get that out. And then Palantir still hovering, a nice move there. So this could be a spot right here. We have 30 seconds and the imbalances come out. So if Palantir wants to rip, we're going to put an order right here, right near the highs, like 55, 56. If we get out of Palantir, we'll do that on the imbalances that are coming out right now in about 20 seconds. Nvidia's retaking, guys, 300 right now. So
Power move.
Yeah, that's a power move. That seems to be pretty interesting right here. Bouncing off VWAP. So I think that was an opportunity to take that as well.
Yeah, I knew I'd forgotten to put something back up.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute, why am I looking at Tesla that's doing nothing? Because NVIDIA was up there, Neil. That RDBX does not get to 20, it goes to 19. So round numbers for the win. It's pulled back. It already psyched me out, so I'm out of this long. Like, just be careful here. If you got a winner on, then it's one thing to play with some house money. It's another thing to have something like this to the long side and not bank your profit and take something out. Could it run after 4 o'clock? Sure, it could. It's possible. Anything is possible, like they say, right? But if you start to think about what this stock has done before, it was a breaker this week. It already has a lower high up here at that 20 even. It's got resistance even higher. A lot of times when this has already come back in like this, the lower highs tend to get respected. That's why I say that 20 would be hard for it to chew through, and why taking profit makes some sense. I might have done it, twice. I did it too early, but you know what? No one ever went broke taking profit, and I will never stop calling out that phrase here on the show because it'll always be true here. So RDBX, congratulations to everyone that got it. We can hit. I didn't hit any keys today. Why am I on what page am I even on? I have like 1,000 of these stupid things. We'll go with this. Congratulations! Because I said congratulations, so why not?
Yeah, why not? Congratulations to anybody holding Bitcoins as well. So that's going to be a good one for anybody today. Here are the imbalances. It doesn't look like there's anything too exciting on here. Square reports after market, so we'll wait to see that. We've seen PayPal go to the downside. I don't know what's up with some of these fintech spaces or names right now, so I'm a little bit concerned about what's going to come with Square. Apple, there's Apple with a nice sell side there. I have the chart up so we can see what these imbalances are doing. And as you can see, there's Apple 151. It printed it down here about 30 cents on that imbalance. Remember, these are going to hit at the end of the day, so these are just now being revealed. So that's why you get some of these moves. WFC 1.2 million to the downside. Doesn't seem to be doing anything to that stock. I don't really see anything else on here that we would worry about. AT&T, man, I know that's at like incredible lows right now, 24, 25 bucks. That's a small bid. There's really nothing else on here. We talked about Merck early. We kind of left this one alone today. Merck's still up that 1.82% as they get acceptance from the UK on their new drug there today. And I don't really see too much.
We forgot to talk about Moderna
Plug
too.
Power somewhere. There's Plug Power up to 40 bucks. That's a good one. We can look back at it. So there's Plug. You see comes out as a bid, I believe. Yeah, bid. And then you see a nice little bump up there, 39.84 up to 40 bucks. So this is the imbalance locator, and it's your market on close imbalances. So nothing too exciting on there. I think we just went over all the main ones.
Yeah, and of course you guys are all right. If your math is horrible and your risk management stinks, then yeah, sure, you can go broke taking profits if you manage to bungle it that hard. I didn't have the greatest outs on Moderna. I didn't hold on to it. Trader Pratt, I think Trader Pratt did a better job of holding on to this, closer to 280 on Moderna. It actually broke that, but it's now back above that 280 price, down 19%, right? So this is the chart of Moderna. Like we were saying this morning, it's getting close, at least for me. If it gets down anywhere close to 250, I think that's kind of the go zone for it. So you let it settle down, right? Because tomorrow's Friday, and then if next week you get a chance to pick it up at these prices, maybe a place to nibble. It's about the long term and the technology for them, like we've been saying. So Moderna down 19%. It did, technically speaking, catch a bottom and have a bit of a bounce here, but not sure it's enough to call the selling over yet. I think the phrase we've been using is it's a short till it's not.
Yeah.
And I don't think you can say it's not yet, right? You're starting to think about it, but it's not over necessarily. Although at that 250, cut in half. I like that symmetry as always.
Okay, so we're just going to get out of Fisker here. If we print some 70s, we'll get out of that one, and we'll say see you later to that. We did get out of our pallet. There we go, just out of Fisker. It just broke, so I can show it to you. There we go. So we just got out at 70 there. Good trade for us there on this last. We got out for flat, and we got out here 40s and 50s off of a 60, I guess 68, 67 short. So got out 70s there. So we did pay a little bit on the last bit. Whatever. That's my bad. I could have waited for one more penny and got out for flat. AMC though right now starting to go back up to the upside. So this is a good one. We're back up to 40 bucks, man. Look where we're long. 39.40. We talked about that early. We get that bid. We get that bid there at 39.70. Now we're touching VWAP one more time, and this could be a good one to get just end the day, man. End the day with all the profits right now. So happy with the way this is turning out for us here today, live on the show for you. Good trading so far. What did we want to talk about? Oh, AMD. Like tomorrow, and I'll make the same mistake tomorrow. I mean, hopefully the market rallies. At one of these days, man, the market's going to go red. I think it's what, 8 straight days now for the NASDAQ. Nothing but love. And look, we bought AMD on the dip. We got out. This is a dollar. Like you're going to say, oh, why did you get out? This is $1 something. Okay, just because the way the chart looks. We're long here at 131. This out is 135, 134.50. That's $3.50. We're pretty happy with that. But it goes to 139, $8. So again, you know, you got to watch out. We got to. That's Neil talked about taking profits. There's no better example than this. Out right there. We'll try to hold it. But there goes AMC. Let's go. Let's moon AMC. 40.09 right now. I like this. I am becoming one of you guys as we hold this all day and wait for the moon here on AMC. But I think we got it. Let's just get out. Only 5 minutes left. We do have to be flat. What up, Brandon?
In this market, guys, very important to be prepared. Let's get you prepared for tomorrow. Here comes some earnings for aftermarket and tomorrow morning.
So you may, or there's a certain company that was going to be bought by PayPal and then not going to be bought by PayPal, and then there's some pressure because this was Pins when it got up to 66, and like now Pinterest is at 43.
Is Pinterest on there?
Pins is on there.
Was it on the
Pinterest? Oh yeah, it's Pinterest.
Oh, it was on the earnings list. Okay, I missed.
So here's the thing about Pinterest. There's so like Snap got crushed. I mean Pinterest, they've been so beaten up. The only thing you can say is, well, they've sold it off this far. Like how bad could it possibly be for it to go any lower? Stink bids at 36 is what I'm talking about first. But second thing here, if it does not, if they do not go any further to the downside, I mean Pinterest is set up for a bit of a rubber band or rebound style trade here. Although I do not think the numbers are going to be good for them. Not with that. Look, I can't see any way that engagement is going to be where they need it to be, especially with ad spends where they've been. So we'll see what happens here with Pinterest. I'm not expecting a good report by them, but I think there's a chance for a stink bid tomorrow, and you'll probably count me. And if it gets down to 36, I'll be looking for a reload. I bought this like one time as like a pandemic bottom, literally because my wife was spending a lot of time on it. I didn't, and I was talking to that Kevin. Remember Kevin? He was like, yeah, you should like the level. It was a good breakout. All those kind of things were good, but then never hold on to. It doesn't matter what your cost base is or where you bought it. If you think the stock is coming down, you can always get out of it. And you turn plays. Don't turn plays into long-term holds. Everyone's done it from time to time. You know, I did it intentionally with Virgin Galactic and unintentionally with Pinterest. So at this point, I do think there's going to be a chance that we could see 36, but sometimes a stock has been so beaten up, it's about where it's come from and not where it's going to be going. So there are some ways that it could get a bad print, and then you could be looking at a breakout from where it is here, which is like a 45, 46. I still think it's stink bid time at 36, though.
Yeah, we did just get out. I think someone's asking about AMC. Yeah, we got out right there on that rip up, and we went to $40.10, and we just got out right there at that level. So we got out at 442. I wish $40.02. So or 03. Anyways, you got out. That's the tick there. It's purple because I did have an offer up here, hoping that we'd get out. But again, anytime we sell, short sell, it's going to be purple, and sell, it's going to be red. So that should be red. It's just not a glitch, but it's just the way our system works. If I have an offer up there, then it just codes it the wrong way. Nvidia is still battling around that 297. That could be a play later on. Apple bouncing around 150. Google, Palantir, we got out of that one. Rocket, so this is another name here. I think Rocket on our board, I believe, for earnings as well tomorrow. This one only a 9% short float, so it's not huge anymore. It used to be, you know, part of the shorting pool there for a lot of traders, but we've already made these bottoms at 15. I think they could get to the high side right now, especially if they do announce some different kind of initiatives. I believe there's some talk there. They made a deal with Salesforce. I think that should add to their bottom line at some point. So I am looking for a nice beat from Rocket companies tomorrow. So it's 358 right now. So 2 minutes left. We'll see where we go on that. Chewy Path, AMD. Oh, let's check out NEO today. Let's check out where Tesla
did
is
we-
actually.
That wasn't doing too much, Tesla.
Yeah, Tesla. Yeah, you know what? Because we made this call early. We talked about it, this 25 level. And look, Neil, man, this is held all day besides one break down to 17. Like, this is, like, what is Tesla doing?
You know
man?
what it
Setting
means?
up for something right now.
It means you still got 1250 to play with tomorrow, right? Still
They
in
do.
play. The break, that 1250 break is still in play. Sometimes a consolidation for an entire day or two into a level like that is even better than it just getting there and breaking the first time. So, you know, I'm not necessarily disappointed by Tesla, but I said this a while ago. If I trade Tesla every day or anybody, I think sometimes if you trade a certain stock every day, it's not the best, and you wait for the really good opportunities. I don't know whether that's going to be the truth, but hopefully we get a chance at that break tomorrow.
It's starting to go right now, maybe to the upside near 12:30, but it's only a minute left to go here, so I'll carry this into the close. NIO right now, looking at that name, 43 bucks. I was initially going to go here today. A big move off the open, and then basically doing what Tesla did all day. Not a whole hell of a lot as we bounce. Let's go to Brendan quickly. 30 seconds. left.
There's something strange going on with our earnings board, guys. We refreshed. Miss V was updating me on the fact that some of these are different for tonight. So I'm not entirely sure if there's anything different or in addition to what we just looked at, but one more time, just to be sure.
There's only 10 seconds left now, but yeah, that's a good name there. You know, I still think that we need to tweet this out. With only 10 seconds left to go, yeah, you know, I mean, Enbridge, that's a different one. I was going to say something when I saw it, but I didn't want to call anybody.
The countdown's going to be off.
The countdown's on. The countdown's off.
Ring it.
And close. We're closed now, Ms. V. Hit that bell as the countdown is now off and on, and we are ready to rock and roll. Thank you so much, Jan. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The market is now closed, and if you haven't guessed, I believe the market was up today. Let's ask Brendan.
Well, probably.
A little bit, yeah. No, it was definitely a positive showing, guys. We were discussing how strong tech stocks have been all day long. Let's have a look at how things ended up. 1.25% for the NASDAQ. Yeah, the Dow did sell off a little bit there at the end of the day, 0.45 for the S&P, but record high. Not so much anymore. Everything else kind of red once again. 2 days in a row for crude oil there.
A firm closed 168.50, by the way. Like, you want to talk about a stock that's at its all-time high. Wow. A firm 168.50.
Getting close to ring register on that thing.
Yeah.
High of the day, too, on your Redbox. Well, on Redbox.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
anybody's Redbox. It's just Redbox.
Yeah, I think a lot of these names, I mean, there's a lot of 52-week highs today, including Ford, including Nike again with another 52-week high. And still, we actually did a video on Nike and inflation and what we think about that stock. I'm long that name.
Tune in for that.
Yeah, great opportunity there. I want to give a big shout out to Miss V and Trader Pratt. Thank you for, again, the best memes mover show that's out there. If you have nothing out there, yeah, peace out. Always smiling.
And now more of it.
Yeah, and that's till 2 o'clock now. So memes and movers, 11 to 2. So Uncle Pratt will sleep good tonight because he worked the hardest he's ever worked today.
Uncle
So that was a
Pratt.
good one there. There he is. What's up, Pratt? You know, because he called me Father Sean one time, so I'll call him Uncle Pratt again there. And
Wouldn't
yeah,
it
no,
be
look.
son then?
Yeah, we're keeping in the family. I mean, he's not clearly not. Although maybe we look a little bit alike. I don't know. I wish I could be as handsome as Bradley Pitt over there. I want to give a big thank you as well to Rob, the most handsome man here, and Lucas for running the 1s and 2s on the board. I don't know if you can see. There's another handsome gentleman there chilling out. Mark is in the building right now. Thank you, Mark, for all the the work that he does. You don't get to see him on air, but behind the scenes, genius mind.
He's like
Thank you.
Geordie LaForge, like just make sure everything actually
Yeah,
goes
exactly.
fine.
If there's a problem, it's quickly, Mark, get out here quickly. He's the go-to guy there, so good reference there. Thank you, Brendan, again for all the news today. I mean, this show wouldn't be the same if we didn't get you guys live news.
He's
And
still checking.
He's still checking the he's looking for earnings, right?
There's so many earnings coming through right now. It's the Sunrun, WW, Redfin. I mean, there's lots.
They're all nuts. So they're coming through. Lots of big stuff happening. But guys, check out, follow us on Twitter. We're tweeting some things out. Brendan tends to tweet some news pieces out as well. So follow us. And we're back here tomorrow morning. So if you want to know all about earnings, you want our watch list, you want everything, join us tomorrow. It's Friday, and we are happy for that one. So we will see you tomorrow. Sleep well. 8:30 tomorrow. We be back.
Go Colts.